everybody! It is still the morning. See, look, 11:58. It's been a late start to the day. I haven't been feeling that great. Yeah, I've been busy. I've been editing. Yesterday's vlog was quite a challenge with all of the fancy cinematic shots, but it's nearly done. I've just got to do the end screen and change some of the text a little bit, and then it's all done. But yes, I need to get started with my day, which means today is an odd day. It is the 7th, which can mean only one thing. Yeah, you guessed it. Advent calendar time. So, number 7. What have we got today? Thank you, Jen, for my advent calendar. Oh. An eclair. A favourite of mine. One of many. But yes, that is that one done. I need to go and get the sock calendar, so let's go and do that now. Ugh. Here we go. So we've done 1, 2. I've worn socks 1 and 2. 3 is in there. We have number 4 today. What have we got? Oh, I can't do this without Jen. There we go. We have... Hey! Oh, there's a tree. What are these? Oh, they're cute. Look at them with a little star on top. Very nice. Thank you very much, Mum. And back to Blighty. And they, as always, go in the calendar until I sort my sock drawer out. So, with it being so late in the day, to start a vlog especially, obviously I've been busy. I've been sorting out this video, which was a bit of a challenge. What's happening today? You will have seen in yesterday's video that I was wrapping up the parcels for the giveaway winners, and today they are getting picked up and sent to their new homes, i.e. the yarn and the squiddy. It's also incredibly dark in here, so I'm going to turn the light on. And my plan for now is to make some soup. I just make a really simple tomato soup recipe. If I can find the link or one that's similar, I'll put it in the description below. But just a simple tomato soup. I'm not that hungry just yet. I'm thirsty more than anything. So I'm going to get on with that and hopefully warm up a bit. When I woke up this morning, it was 0 degrees, felt like -4. So winter is here in the north of England. And yeah, time to get cracking. How to make Slip Slip Ginger's amazing tomato soup. Step 1, onion. There we go. Something like that. Next up, you're going to want a bit of garlic. Since we're not using the correct terminology, we are going to undress our garlic. And then when your garlic is fully naked, when you're at the point where you have naked garlic, there are 2 things that you can do. You can either chop it up finely, or you can do a different method, which, again, since we're not using the correct terminology, I'm going to call the Half-Blood Prince, where instead of chopping it, we're going to squeeze it to release more of the juice with the flat edge of a blade.
How did you do that?
Crush it, don't cut it.
No, the instructions specifically say to cut.
No, really.
Next up on your list of things to do to make some Slip Slip soup, you're going to get a good old knob of butter, plus a little bit just because we can. And you're going to heat that up So we'll do that. It's important to remember that when you have melted, remember this is for 2 people. So I'm doing 2 servings here. I'm gonna freeze some, we'll put it in the fridge and have it tomorrow, something like that. But remember you can just half this, add this, and this is all by eye. None of this is strictly following the recipe because it's soup, you can do what you like with it. And yeah, so just gotta wait for this to melt now. I could do some really artistic shots here of the butter melting, but if you want that, you can go and check out Jamie Oliver. Now you may be thinking, Jack, that's an awful lot of butter. It is. It adds to it, and a lot of this will be mixed in very nicely with everything else. So, now that that's melted, we grab our garlic, and we grab our onion, and you cook it. There we go. So while this is cooking, you want to make sure that you keep an eye on it. Don't let it catch too much, but obviously you want it to soften and brown and all of that goodness. So when that's doing its thing, you're going to open 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. Tins of chopped tomatoes. Oh, it smells so good. I'm going to apologise for the camera angle on this, but I like to have it on the back when I leave things to simmer and things like that, so I'm just doing it all over here. I am not a cooking channel. I am a knitting channel that thinks it can vlog and tries to make content. In they go. I put in 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. For every tin, you also put in about 3/4 of a tin of water. So there's 1, and there's 2. Give it another stir, and then it's time to season. So in this soup, I would recommend adding a pinch of salt. Maybe a little bit more, just because I feel like it. I recommend mixed herbs, or Italian herbs, something like that. And I always put in a little dash of chili powder, just to give it a little bit of a kick. I'm going to stir all that in, and then I'm going to bring it to a simmer, and then when it's simmering, but it should be soon, you're going to leave it for 40 minutes-ish. The reason why it's ish is because if you leave it for longer, it will be thicker and creamier. If you leave it for shorter, it will be not as rich in flavour, and also it will be thinner. So around 3/4 of an hour generally does it. So we're going to leave that to do its thing, and then we should be ready to go. You don't need to touch it. I like to give it a stir after about 20 minutes just to make sure that nothing's catching. But soup. Lo and behold, after moving that bit of garlic, here it is. This is how mine looks. Yours may look different. I would recommend food processing this or whatever. You could whisk it and help to break things apart a bit, but I don't mind my soup a bit chunky. So I'm going to grab myself a spoon. My video is exporting, and after I've eaten this, I'm going to show you what I spent 7 hours working on yesterday, the skills I learned, and what I've got left to do today. I'm shaking because I'm cold, so I'm going to eat this soup. See you in 3, 2, 1. And just like that, my soup has been consumed. It was very, very nice. Yeah, I do love a soup. I needed it today. It's still very cold over here. Don't know if you can see. Oh no, you can't. It's still cold, but yes, I'm now back in my spot. This is my seat. And I'm going to show you what I spent so long doing yesterday, what I've been doing today while rendering footage and getting the video exported, and what I need to finish today in order to submit because it's due in today. So the Arctic Sun socks. by Woodlands Knits, which is a TESTKNIT. They are it's a fingering weight sock held with mohair. It's a really, really good pattern. There's a couple of things that I think could be tweaked, which I will talk to the designer about. However, when I last saw you, I was halfway through doing the heel flap. Now, I've never done a heel flap and gusset sock. My first ever sock I made was a German short row heel. I've stuck with that ever since because it was all I knew. It worked for me. It works really well with contrasting heel toe, blah, 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 blah. It works really well with heel toes and cuffs if you're doing them as contrast. And yeah, I think they look really good. They just look like a simple sock heel. They're great. However, a heel flap and gusset, I have done it. So in this sock, I've almost learned how to do jogless colour work, which has been really interesting. I've made a lot of mistakes. However, I didn't want to keep going back and trying to do it and keep like working the yarn too much. But I've learned how to do that. The next sock will be much better because it's a TESTKNIT for a pair of socks. I only need to do one sock. That's my thinking anyway. Sorry at Woodlands Knits if that's not right, but it's the same thing twice. I don't need to do it again, although I will finish the socks. I picked up the stitches and learned how all of that works to get the shaping, which is really interesting to me. And this is where I'm up to. So I will show you. There's a little pan up here. Here we go. So there's the front of the sock coming up, and I've done the heel. It's quite bulky yarn, but look at my decreases. I'm so happy with them. I'm really, really happy with this project and how it's going so far. This is a reinforced heel flap and gusset, and I have done this much of the foot. So my thinking now is that I'm going to blast through this and maybe get a nice time lapse and possibly watch some podcasty bits or something, and then we'll go from there, really. So it's been a bit of a weird day. There hasn't been that much going on. We've just had a massive delivery, actually, which is not that exciting. It's not for me, but a bit of backstory is needed here, I think. So, when I first moved up to Newcastle 3 and a bit years ago, I moved into a house with my landlady and I rented a room off her, which was great. She then sold the house because she was going to be moving into another building, another property. Her sale went through, the buying didn't. So she then moved in with a friend and stayed over there, and I moved from that house into this one. Now, this room used to be the living room, and I had a room upstairs. So when what was then landlord was at a point where he was selling the house, my landlady, this was her family home. So she then took on the house. I could then stay here, and it meant that I didn't have to find somewhere else to live. And yeah, I moved into the upstairs room, but we wanted to start redecorating the house and renovating it because it needed a bit of work. So I am temporarily in this room, which is going to become the living room again, and I'm going to move into the extension where there's quite a long room, so I can have a separate area for working and then like my main bedroom area. And yeah, I don't know why I was going on this tangent. Right, got it, remembered. Yeah, so the parcel that came was for a spin dryer because it's cold up here. It's quite a big property. It's a cold property. So to help with drying clothes and things like that, we've got a spin dryer. So that's turned up. So I've had to move that around. And the 2 giveaway prizes, which were the Squiddy and the dystopic fibre yarn, they have been collected. They are on their way to their new homes. So those of you that won, thank you again for your support, as well as everyone else. And I hope that you get good use out of the prizes, and I can't wait to see the finished projects, and I can't wait to see the Squiddy in its new home. So yes, there will be other giveaways at some point. I don't know when, whether it will be a subscriber giveaway or whether it will be after I do a yarn haul. I don't quite know what the plan is, but yeah, there will be that sort of thing. So make sure you're subscribed, follow me on Instagram, that way you'll be the first to know. So yeah, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to crack on with these socks a bit more because I need to get these done today. I realistically could get this done if I do nothing else. I also need to take photos. So I'm going to take some photos in a second and get them uploaded. And then I will continue to work on the rest of the sock. The video is scheduled to go live at 6, which is fab. I hope you all enjoyed it. Sorry today is not quite as artistic as yesterday. And I still need to tidy my room. This is a problem that I have, is when I moved up here, I bought everything I own. And which is great. There's a few things that have gone over to Jen's because we had a little problem with damp. And I had some things like I have a lot of old books, which I use for my song stuff and my research there. Instruments, which I can't... Yeah, I invested. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of stuff in here, and it's been through a few transformations, this room. So I'm hoping that if I get these socks, when I get these socks done, I will blitz my room. It's clean, that's the main thing, it is clean. It's just a bit untidy from where I got back from Jen's, and things haven't quite gone away, and I've been trying to get things like this done. So I will probably crack on with that stuff a little bit later on. But in the meantime, I'm going to furiously knit, and I'll give you an update soon. Hello, everybody. It's not actually that much later. It's just getting darker. I'm going to put my phone on here. We've had a bit of a problem. And unfortunately, I cannot finish the TESTKNIT. Well, I can, but I can't knit any more of it. The reason why is because I've just taken it off the sock circulars and put it onto these magic loops. And as you can see, I've gone all along there. I am really proud of these socks, even though there's a dodgy colour work bit, and I've really enjoyed knitting these and I want to keep making them. However, I cannot get it over my heel. It just doesn't fit. So I'm kind of screwed now. The only thing I can do is to not knit anymore, because I need to allow length for the foot and for the toe, and we're going to see if Jen can fit into them. So, a bit of a shame, because I've been working really hard on getting these socks done, and it just hasn't worked out. So I'm a bit gutted. I'm not going to lie, I am a bit gutted. So they are now unfinishable socks, unfortunately. So they're going to have to be left on the shelf for a bit. But now it means I've got to continue with some gift knits, which is, there's a total of 3 that are the same. They're not the same at all, actually. They're all slightly different, but the same sort of gifts. So I'm going to finish working on that, see how much I get done today. I might even finish it, even though I can't show you. And then I've decided that this evening, my knitting plan, I'm going to have a pizza tonight. I've got a pizza in, so I'll have that. But I am going to work on either... The light will be a bit too naff for the jumper, I think, so I might not be able to work on that. But the other projects that I've got on the go are my blanket, my 12 blocks of Christmas blanket, which is a festive blanket, therefore I should make the blanket. There is the vanilla socks that I'm making, which are in mulled wine, which is a Christmas colourway by Dystopic Fibre. So it's Christmassy, so I should work on them. There's my Hermione Everyday socks, which are in Walk Collection Luxe Sock in Salt and Pepper, which are amazing. I've got those. I've got the Father Christmas and Mrs. Claus to make as well. So everything is sort of festive. I've also got a scarf to make, but I do want to get on with projects that are on the needles. So I'm going to pick one of them. I'm not necessarily watching anything on TV or anything tonight, but I know that in 8 minutes' time, Jen's vlog goes live, so I'm going to watch that and see how it is, which I'm really looking forward to. You can click up here to go and watch it. What else am I going to do tonight? My video's going live at 6. So yeah, not really a lot planned now, except for knitting. And I can't show you what I'm knitting currently because it's a gift knit. So the plans are pretty poor for today, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Again, I'm really gutted about the socks. I'm so proud of them. I'm just hoping that they go over Jen's heel. And if they do, then I will make them for her. She can have them. Because, yeah. Sorry, Woodlands Knits, but I have to bail out of the test knit. Gutted. First time I've ever done a test knit, and the sizing is just not right. So, couldn't use bigger needles either. So, yeah. Anyway, all is not lost. Okay, it's been a while. I've done a bit of gift knitting, and I've just made myself a pizza. There we go. The vlog has just gone live, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and eat this, maybe watch a vlog or two, and then I'm going to get on with some knitting. So we'll pick a project when I've had some food. I'm very hungry. I'm getting a bit hangry. And yeah, so hopefully this will sort me right out. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Good. How's your day been?
Busy, busy.
Yeah. Missed you.
Missed you too.
Where are you?
Not with you.
Come and feed me. Are you making squiddy?
Yeah.
Can we look at that? Maybe soon, if you go and subscribe to Jen, she might go and do a giveaway.
Maybe.
You heard it here first, folks. It's a bit later on now. I've just been chatting with Jen. And I said earlier on in the vlog that I wasn't feeling that great. And I'm sort of just feeling a bit wiped out. I'm still a bit... I know I shouldn't be, but I'm a bit bummed out about the whole TESTKNIT palaver. So, yeah. I'm going to end the vlog here. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you have, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. You can have me on Ravelry, Instagram, the usual places. And I will see you tomorrow. Oh, go and subscribe to Jen. She bought me a damn advent calendar, so go and say hello to her. And remember, if she gets enough subscribers, she might do a giveaway, and you could win one of those very cute squiddies. But yeah, I'll see you in the morning. What are we going to do tomorrow? We are going to tidy. We're going to knit. And we're going to have a fun day of productivity. So I'll see you all in the morning. Good night.